Good morning, everyone. I'm Sister Antin Mary, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, Nagarkoil. I'm indeed glad to meet you all. Today, we shall discuss some basics of graph theory, a branch of mathematics. So, we'll be looking into the definition of a graph, walk, trail, and path in a graph, length of a path in a graph. We shall also look into types of graphs, and we'll look into some real life applications. So we shall proceed. So what do we mean by a graph? A graph G, which is denoted as V and E, ordered set V and E, consists of a set V of vertices and a set E of edges. We mean by vertices the points and the edges by lines. So let us now see what's a walk. A walk of a graph G is an alternative sequence of vertices and edges. So a walk is called a trail if all its edges are distinct. A walk is called a path if all its vertices are distinct. So, what's a walk? You just start from a place, proceed in one way, and end in another place, again proceed. So, a walk, it's an alternative sequence of vertices and edges. Vertices and edges could be repeated. But a walk is given a special name trail when all its edges are distinct. That means you are choosing a unique path each time. You are not repeating the path. Okay. You are not repeating the way that you are choosing. A walk has another special name path when if all its vertices are distinct. That means you are not going to the same place. So every place is distinct. You are not repeating the place. Okay, let's proceed. What do we say about the path length? The path length corresponds to the number of edges in the path. So we have a path. If they are asking for the path length, we need to count the number of edges in the path. Okay. So we talk about all this in graph. So we got some types of graphs. Here we are getting complete graph, and another variety is bipartite graph, and one more variety is tree. Okay, let us just see what it is. What's a complete graph? A graph in which every two distinct vertices are adjacent is called a complete graph. So, that means every two vertices are connected to each other. Let us take a vertex from the bottom and another one from top. Let us see, is it connected? Yeah. So, similarly, if we check any two vertices, we will come to a conclusion it is connected, they are neighbors, they are adjacent. So, that graph is called a complete graph. A graph in which every two distinct vertices are adjacent is called a complete graph. So what is a bipartite graph? Bi means it is two. A graph G is called a bigraph or bipartite graph if the vertex set can be partitioned into two disjoint subsets V1 and V2 such that every edge of G joins a point of V1 to a point of V2. Let's just look into the second example, A1, A2, A3. Let us keep this as 1, B1. Okay, B1 set. And B1, B2, B3, B4. Let's take this as B2 set. So now you take any edge here and you can see it has one end in V1, another end in V2. Yeah, this is what we call as bipartite graph. So what's a tree now? A connected acyclic graph is called a tree. So here we are just looking into an example. Is it connected? Yeah. This example, we see the vertices and edges are connected. They are not disconnected. Okay. Does it have a cycle? It doesn't have a cycle, right? Yes. So we can give for this graph a special name as tree. That means it's connected, but it doesn't have cycle. Therefore, a connected acyclic graph is called a tree. Now again, we shall see in what are the fields it's being used. So graph theory is used in road networks. Its shortest path is used. And in electrical engineering, graph theory is used in designing of circuit connections. In physics and chemistry, graph theory is used to study molecules. So we can also just refer to google.com for many details about graph theory. We should also look into YouTube. Okay. Thank you. So dear friends, hope you had a wonderful time listening to this video. We shall meet later with some other videos. Wishes and God's blessings. Thank you.